to your hands and knees. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Tuck the toes under, push the seat back to the heels, lift the knees up. Come into downward dog. Connect to your Ujjayi breath. Let's set a metronome for the breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put this against the mirror. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Now soften the knees. Slowly walk the feet forward. Keep the feet hips width distance apart. The hands 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet. And you're going to press the palms down. Let the head be heavy. Modified Uttanasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Then soften the knees. Just heel toe the feet out as wide as the mat. Come down to a squat. Bring the hands together in prayer. Press out with the forearms. Squeeze in with the knees. Try to lift up a little bit at the sternum. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Bring the feet a little bit wider so the toes are on the floor. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now notice how your feet are flat. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Then just come sit down. And extend the legs out in front of you. Look where the knees are. Bend the knees. Place the heels where the knees were. Big toes and heels. Knees touch. Wrap the left forearm around the shins. Take the right hand behind the right hip. Look over the right shoulder. TP twist. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Wrap the right arm around the shins and exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Extend the legs. Bend the right knee into the chest. Place the right foot on the outside of the left knee. Flex the left foot. Lift the left arm up and then twist over to the right. Right hand can become behind you in line with the sacrum. And make sure the left foot is active. So I see some people's feet whose like left foot's just kind of hanging out. Like activate the left foot. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, come back to center and extend the right leg. Bend the left knee. Place the left foot on the outside of the right knee. Flex the right foot. Lift the right arm up and then twist over to the left. Here again, activate the right foot. Pull the right toes back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. There you go. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Then that way the hamstring is active on the right. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And he'll come back to center and extend the left leg. Then bend both the knees. Place the heels where the knees were. Feet hips width distance apart. Hands come behind you 6 to 8 inches, fingers pointing toward the front. Bring the chin into the chest. Inhale, lift the hips up into tabletop. Then exhale, let the head go back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down and come sit in a comfortable position. You can sit in Sukhasana. We're going to chant. We're going to chant from the Yoga Sutras, and this is from Chapter 4, Sutra, I forget the number, 29, almost at 30. And this is, I always like kind of teaching from the Yoga Sutras because the Sanskrit is fairly easy compared to like Bhagavad Gita where the Sanskrit is really difficult. This is actually one of Patanjali's more difficult ones. So 3 ohms. So I'm just going to speak it first, because the first couple of words are kind of tongue twisters. Prasankyanye. Prasankyanye. Everybody say that after me. Prasankyanye. Now, the next word starts with P-I, and it's not as we think of it as in English, but it's like pit, like it's a sharp pit, like pitta, mada, like father in Sanskrit, pitta. So pikya sandayas, pitkya sandayas, saravata, saravata, viveka, viveka, kautir, kautir, dharma, dharma, magda, magda, samadhihi, samadhihi. Prasankyanye, prasankyanye, pitkasidhyasya, pitkasidhyasya, sarvata, sarvata, viveka, viveka, kautir, kautir, dharma, dharma, magda, magda, samadhihi, samadhihi. Prasankyanye, prasankyanye, pitkasidhyasya, pitkasidhyasya, sarvata, sarvata, viveka, viveka, kautir, kautir, dharma, dharma, magda, magda, samadhihi, samadhihi. Everybody starts to sound more confident on the second time, right? Let's do it one more time. Prasankyanye, prasankyanye, pitkasidhyasya, pitkasidhyasya, sarvata, sarvata, viveka, viveka, kautir, kautir, dharma, dharma, magda, magda, samadhihi, samadhihi. Om. So that first word, prasankyanye, I mean, it's a beautiful word, right? It means omniscience, or cosmic consciousness, right? Like the big enchilada. I mean, that's why that's why it's written like that. Like it has all these letters in it. It's the big thing. Pit means also. So, but and that's kind of interesting. Pi means also, or so. When you pita, that's how I first learned the word, is by saying father in Sanskrit. It means also the guy, right? Like the mother, and then also the guy. And then Pitkyasidhyasya is disinterested in any kind of gains. I'm not looking to gain anything. Sarvata is in every way. Viveka is discrimination. Kyautir is knowledge. Dharma is highest duty. Magda is clouds pouring down, right? And then samadhi is union, yoga, reunification. And so that translates into cosmic consciousness comes to those who are free from self-serving motivations, and samadhi comes like an emotional cloud of energy with mutual benefits for all. So, in other words, when you achieve yoga, it's not just beneficial for you, right? That's what happens when we first go to yoga. Everybody kind of comes to yoga and they go, oh, I want to have more open hamstrings, and I want a nicer tush, and I want to get stronger, and I want to get more flexible, and it's all this I want, and which is fine. It's a good start. But what Patanjali is actually saying is that once yoga happens, you let go of those kind of self-interest, self-serving motivations, and this understanding of your purpose in life comes showering down like a rain cloud, and it's mutually beneficial to all beings. It goes beyond you. And you actually don't even care about your hamstrings anymore. You're not even concerned about the building strength or relaxing, because you've achieved everything. You've achieved samadhi. But how to get there, or how to get to that point of achieving samadhi, that's another story, right? I mean, he's telling you what will happen when you get there, but he's constantly reminding us that you have to practice, that this is a practice, and that everything in your life is a practice. That yoga, if you want that idea of samadhi or enlightenment, it's got to be a constant, non-stop goal in everything you do. About 2 years ago, the year before the pandemic, I guess, or maybe it was last year, in 2019, my guru actually came to visit, Yogashri Sudarshan Kannan, and we did a 6-day workshop with him here in Jersey City. We rented a space. There were about 35 of us, and the first day we all had chairs in a semicircle around him. And he went around the room and he said, I want everybody to tell me what it is you want out of this, 7 days of meditation and sadhana. So one person was like, oh, I'd like a calmer mind, and oh, I'd like to lose weight, and oh, Guruji, I'd like to, be more compassionate, and it was like, kind of, they were all reasonable. Everybody was reasonable. I was the last person on the far end of the left side as he was going or he went left to right, so I was on the right side. And he got to me, and he looked at me and said, Austin, what do you want? And I said, I want enlightenment. And he looked at me and said, we'll work on that, okay? And it was very funny, because he was actually saying, enlightenment's not going to come to you in just 7 days. You're going to have to work at this. And but it was kind of funny how he kind of was honest about it. He didn't, where everybody else, he was like, oh yes, I'll make sure that you have a calmer mind. With me, We'll work on it, okay, kid? So, but that's what we have to do. We have to practice. We have to practice, and that leads us to, like, the first pillar of, like, this method of yoga, this urban sadhu, this thing we're calling it urban sadhu. You have to have a practice. You actually have to work at it. And it doesn't matter what you practice. You're all here to practice asana tonight. Asana and hatha yoga is completely legitimate. But if you're somebody who's practicing meditation, that's legitimate. Raja yoga or japa yoga, mantra yoga, or if you're practicing karma yoga, or you're practicing bhakti yoga, or you're practicing jnana yoga or tantric yoga, all of these yogas, these are good starting points. What you're going to find, though, is that as you continue practicing, all of these practices are going to weave together. Like, you're not going to just be a bhakti yogi anymore, because your bhakti yogi is naturally going to turn into karma yoga. And that karma yoga is going to turn into jnana yoga and knowledge. And everything's going to start coming together. So instead of focusing on one practice or one methodology, this becomes a blended methodology. You're incorporating a lot of different practices from a lot of different schools of thought and discipline. And that's what your modern life is like, right? None of us are kind of isolated in a single community. It's a very global community now. You're hearing ideas all over the place, and things are coming at you all the time. So why not play along with that? Why not use that to your advantage? So think about that, and think about what it is that you want to achieve. Like when my guru asked me, what do you want? What do you want out of yoga? Come stand up at the front of your mat. And bring your big toes and heels to touch. Tailbone moves toward pubic bone. And close the eyes. And bring the hands together in prayer. And set that higher intention for the practice today. Wanting to achieve something higher than just the things, the physical things. Maybe that's what brought you here, but go deeper a little bit. Maybe you want to find more compassion. Maybe you want to find more knowledge or more sense of the self. Maybe you want to be more in harmony with all the beings around you. Set that as your intention. And step by step, you'll get there and you'll get further. Exhale everything out. Hands by the side, Tadasana. Reconnect to the Ujjayi. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha. Inhale, bring the hands together in prayer. Extend the arms, look up at the thumbs. Exhale, fold over the straight legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step, jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the straight legs. Inhale, rise up, extend the arms, see the prayer. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana, mountain seat. Inhale, bring the hands together in prayer, extend the arms. Exhale, fold over straight legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step, jump back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale, feet a little bit apart. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, rise up, extend the arms, see the prayer. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana mountain seat. One more time like that on your own. Inhale, bring the hands together in prayer, extend the arms. And then as you finish, just come stand at the front of the mat in Tadasana mountain seat. Good. With straight legs, hook the thumbs in front of you, raise the arms up alongside the ears and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the arms behind the back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step right leg back to lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, move forward to plank, look forward. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, point toes, slide through hands, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward between hands, look forward. Exhale, left foot forward next to right, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, reverse the flow of energy, arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step left leg back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, point toes, slide through hands, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, lightly step left foot forward between hands, look forward. Exhale, right foot forward next to left, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana mountain seat. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, bring arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step right leg back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, point toes, slide through hands, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward between hands. Exhale, left foot forward next to right, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, bring arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, left foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, point toes, slide through hands, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward between hands. Exhale, right foot forward next to left, fold. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana mountain seat. Adding on to that, inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, bring arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step right leg back. Exhale, drop down to right knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back, crescent moon. Exhale, hands down to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank, look forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, point toes, slide through hands, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward between hands. Exhale, drop down to left knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, place hands on floor, step left foot forward next to right, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, bring arms behind back, clasp hands together and fish, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step left leg back. Exhale, drop down to left knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, hands down to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, slide through hands, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, push seat back to heels, downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward between hands. Exhale, drop down to right knee. Inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, place hands on floor, step right foot forward next to left, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana, mountain seat. Good. Inhale, bend the knees, Uttanasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, place the hands on the floor, then extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, step right foot forward, left heel down, come up, Virabhadrasana 1, and stay. Exhale, pull the right hip back. Inhale. Exhale, left hip forward. Good, everybody. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Back foot turned in a little bit on an angle. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the floor, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step left foot forward. Right heel down, come up, Virabhadrasana 1. Stay. Exhale, pull the left hip back. Inhale. Exhale, right foot turn in a little on an angle. It's not so flat. There you go. Now watch the hips square off. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the floor, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step right foot forward, left heel down, come up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, extend the right leg. Bring the hands behind the back, clasp the hands together in a fist. Keep the hips and shoulders squared off to the front of the room. So maybe look at the back foot and see if the back foot's turned up a little bit. That's going to square the hips a little bit. Inhale, lift up and arch back. Then exhale, fold forward, bend the right knee, bring the right shoulder inside the right knee. Crown of the head comes toward the instep of the right foot. Now pull the right hip back and lift the arms away from you. So keep pulling the right hip crease back toward the left heel. Inhale, good. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift up and arch back as you extend the right leg. Then exhale, come back to center with the shoulders over the hips. Inhale, release the hands, reach the arms out to the side, opening the arms and hips to the left side of the room. Inhale, reach forward to the right, pulling the left hip back. Place the right hand on the right shin. Lift the left arm up, gaze at the left thumb. If you wish to come into a half bind, be my guest. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, lift the torso up. Arms parallel to the earth now. Then exhale, reverse the triangle. Bring the left hand down the left thigh. Gaze is sliding, opening up the right side of the body, looking into the right palm. Exhale 1. Really extend through the right quadricep. Exhale 2. That looks good, but extend. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, lift the torso up. Arms parallel to the earth. Then exhale, bend the right knee, warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, bend the right knee deep enough that the right thigh is parallel to the floor. Good. Inhale, scoot the right foot forward a little. Exhale 2, go on forward. Inhale, good. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Now listen. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, hands down to the floor, step back to a plank. Then exhale, bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, step the left foot forward. Right heel down, come up Andrasana 1. Exhale, extend the left leg. Bring the hands behind the back, clasp the hands together in a fist. Here again, if the hips are not squared off, it may be in the right foot. So if you see how your right big toe is turned back that way, turn your right big toe toward me. Oh my God, look at what the hips do. Inhale, lift up and arch back. Then exhale, fold forward, bend the left knee, bring the left shoulder inside the left knee, crown of the head toward the floor. Arms lift away from the body. So whatever a foot is doing, the hip is going to do, the knee is going to do. Exhale 1. They don't work independently of each other. They all work together. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Inhale, lift up and arch back as you extend the left leg. Then exhale, come back to center, release the hands. Inhale, open the arms and hips to the right side of the room. Reach forward to the left, pull the right hip back. Float the left hand onto the left shin. Inhale, raise the right arm up, gaze at the right thumb, triangle Trikonasana. If you wish to do a half bind, you can bring the right arm behind you. If you did so on the other, exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Press into the feet. On the inhale, lift all the way up. Arms are parallel to the earth. Then exhale, reverse triangle. Right hand down right thigh, looking into left palm. Lengthen through the left side of the body. Exhale 1. Try to keep it from a twist. Keep it a side stretch. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Turn this foot forward. Exhale 4. Good. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then inhale, lift the torso up. Exhale, bend the left knee, warrior 2. This looks a little better, but move the left knee a little to the left. Inhale. Now relax the toes. Exhale 1. Inhale. Good, everybody. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, bring the hands down to the floor, step back to a plank. Exhale, bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Good. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, Uttanasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, stand up to Tadasana, mountain seat. Good. Inhale, bend the knees, Uttanasana, awkward chair. Now exhale, bring the hands together in prayer at the heart center. Twist over to the right, bring the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Now check the left knee out, everybody. If the left knee is in front of the right, you're twisting from the hip, so pull the left hip crease back and get the knees in line with each other. Inhale. Exhale, sit lower in the seat itself. Inhale, place the left hand on the floor outside your right foot. Line the heel of your left hand up with the heel of your right foot. That way, your left arm won't pop in front of your right knee. Now shift weight into your right foot. Step your left foot back to a long lunge, pushing through your left heel. Then inhale, extend your right arm alongside your right ear toward the wall in front of you, and twist even more and look into your right palm. Exhale, 1. Nice, everybody. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. So you should just twist to this side. Exhale, 4. Now just raise this arm up. Inhale. There you go. Exhale, 5. Inhale, step the left foot forward next to the right. Exhale, remain in a twist, bring the hands together in prayer. Inhale, come back to center, Uttanasana, awkward chair seat. Then exhale, stand up to Tadasana, mountain seat. So you're just always going to twist to the open side now that, especially now the baby is showing, right? It's hard to twist to that other side. Inhale, bend the knees, Uttanasana, awkward chair seat. Then exhale, bring the hands together in prayer, twist left. Right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Check the right knee out. Line the knees up with each other by pulling the right hip back. Inhale. Exhale, try to sit a little lower in the seat itself. Inhale, place the right hand on the outside of the left foot. Try to line the heel of your right hand up with the heel of your left foot. That means walk the right hand back toward the wall behind you. Shift weight into the left foot, step the right leg back all the way. Good. Keep the right arm on the outside of the left thigh. Then extend the left arm toward the center of the room and look up into the left palm, twisting a little deeper, pushing through the right heel. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Excellent. On the inhale, step the right foot forward next to the left. Exhale, remain in a twist position, hands in prayer. Inhale, come back to center, Uttanasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, stand up to Tadasana, mountain seat. Bring the hands to the waist, bend the knees a little bit. Step the left foot back about 1 length of your legs. So like a whole leg. So it's a full stance. You're grounded and you're not opening the hips up to the left. So the right hip is going to pull back and the left hip is going to move forward. Bring the hands behind the back, clasp the hands together in a fist. Here again, roll the shoulder blades back toward the wall behind you. Inhale, lift up and arch back. Then exhale, fold forward over the extended right leg. Keep pulling the right hip back. Bring the chin towards your shin, not your forehead, but your chin. And then lift the arms away from the body. Energetically keep pushing through the back of the left thigh. Exhale, 1. Good. Ground down through the back foot. Exhale, 2. That back foot shouldn't be moving. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now pressing into the right big toe mound. Inhale, lift up and arch back. Good. Then come back to center and release the hands from behind your back. Bring the right hand onto your right hip. Inhale, lift your left arm up alongside your left ear. Exhale, fold forward halfway. Inhale, reach forward with the left hand. Try to touch this wall in front of you as you pull your right hip back. Then exhale, twist, bring the left hand to the outside of the right foot. Inhale, raise the right arm up, looking over the right shoulder. If you wish, you can bring the right arm behind you and come into a half bind. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale, press into the feet and the hand that's on the floor. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. If you're in a half bind, inhale, lift the right arm up. Now exhale, look down at your right foot. Press into your feet, inhale, lift all the way up, bringing the left arm alongside the left ear. Good. Exhale, step the left foot forward next to the right to Tadasana mountain seat. Bring the hands onto the waist, bend the knees a little bit. This time the right foot comes back one of your legs. Hips stay square. The activation in the quads is keeping you balanced. Bring the hands behind the back, clasp the hands together in a fist. Again, inhale, lift up and arch back, pushing into the left big toe mound. Then exhale, fold forward over the extended left leg. Keep pulling the left hip back, the right hip forward. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin toward the shin instead of the forehead. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Right foot grounds. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Press into the feet, come all the way up and arch back. Good. Then exhale, come back to center, release the hands. Bring the left hand to the left hip. Inhale, raise the right arm up alongside the right ear. Exhale, fold forward halfway. Inhale, reach forward with the right hand, pull the left hip back. Exhale, twist, bring the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Press the palm down. Then inhale, lift the left arm up. If you did so on the other side, exhale, bring the left hand behind you in a half bind. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good, everybody. If you're in a half bind, inhale, lift the left arm up. Then exhale, look down at your left big toe. On your inhale, press into your feet, come all the way up, bringing right arm alongside right ear. Then exhale, step right foot forward next to left to Tadasana mountain seat. Step away. Let's do it this way. Everybody turn so that you're facing the left corner of your mat. So you're all going to turn a little bit toward me, and you're going to have a little bit of a kind of funny pie wedge over here. So you can step closer to the left if you want to. I just want you to have that funny pie wedge where both your hands are going to be able to go onto the mat instead of a hand off or a hand on the floor. That freaks people out. Bring the big toes and heels to touch. Bring the hands together in prayer. Then come onto the balls of the feet. So lift up on your tippy toes. Now start to bend your knees and descend your seat towards your lifted heels. As you do that, you're going to go as low as you can, and then you're going to twist over to the right. You're going to get your left arm on the outside of your right thigh. You're going to look down at the floor to the right. Place your hands on the floor. Now, you want your right elbow to be off your right hip. If it's touching, I'm not going to get onto you, but inside crow, actually, the right elbow doesn't touch the right hip. Start to lift up higher in your heels, engaging Mula Bandha, and bend the elbows tilting forward, balancing your right thigh on your left elbow. Then just lift your toes up and point your toes like little bird feathers. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Good, everybody. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now just lift your shoulders up. Place your balls of your feet on the floor. So you want to come out of it the same way you came into it. Then bring the hands together in prayer in a squatting position. Come back to center. Then press into your feet and come stand all the way up on your tippy toes. And then exhale, place your heels down. All right, let's try it to the other side. That's the beauty of practice. You always get 2 chances in life. All right. So, facing this direction, that way you have a little bit of a pie wedge over there. Come bring the big toes and the heels to touch. Rise high on the balls of the feet. Press the inner heels together. Bring the hands together in prayer. Then bend the knees to send your seat towards your lifted heels. You want to try to keep the shoulders over the hips as you do that. It's a little easier to twist if that's the case. Then twist to the left. The right elbow is going to come onto the left thigh. The left elbow should be off the left hip. Place the hands down with your fingertips pointing in the same direction. Then lift your buttocks a little up, and so you get your thigh really on the back of your right arm. Then start to bend your elbows, make a shelf for your leg, and lift your toes off the floor, just balancing. Good. You got it. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, lift your shoulders up, place the balls of the feet on the floor. Then bring the hands together in prayer. Come back to center. Press into the balls of the feet. Come all the way up with your heels lifted. And then exhale, place the heels down. Okay, now everybody face this direction. Bring the big toes and heels to touch. Bring the hands together in prayer. On your inhale, lift high on the balls of your feet. Squeeze your heels together. Keep the shoulders over the hips. Start to descend your seat towards your lifted heels. As you come down, be conscious of how slow you come down, how easy and steady you come down. Then as your heels touch your buttocks, reach your arms forward and bring your pinky fingers to touch. Imagine that you have a vase in your hand, and in that vase is all the wisdom of the universe. Start to open the knees up to the side and gently place the vase on the ground and come sit down and extend your legs out in front of you. Flex your feet, lift the head and chest, and exhale, fold forward, holding onto the feet, Paschimottanasana. Good. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Good, everybody. Inhale, lift the head and chest up. And then bend the right knee. And then bring the right heel back as far as you can. And then move your right heel over to the right so that there's a little space in between the instep of your right foot and your left thigh. Now reach your right arm up alongside your right ear. Then exhale, reach forward, bring your right shoulder in front of your right shin. Then wrap your right arm in front of your right shin and bring your left hand behind you. Now, if you have to, you can hold onto the edge of your t-shirt. That is perfectly fine. Then flex your left foot, lift the head and chest, and then exhale, fold forward over the left leg. March Andrasana A. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Good, everybody. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Then inhale, lift the head and chest up as you release the bind. Now heel toe the right foot over to the left. Let the instep of your right foot touch the inner left thigh. Lift your left arm up, lengthen through the left. Now exhale, twist over to the right. Bring your left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Now in Andrasana C, unlike Andrasana, you can move the right knee to the left and lift the right hip up a little bit because you want to reach forward, bringing your right shoulder as much as you can in front of that leg. Then you're going to rotate the shoulder and you're going to bend this elbow and bring the left hand towards your left hip. So bend the elbow, bend your elbow. There you go. Now bring your right hand behind you and interlace your hands on the outside of your left hip. You got it. Don't let go of it. Now keep this foot active. That's going to help stabilize the hip. And look over, come over here, your right shoulder. Exhale, 1. Stay, look over here. Inhale. Exhale, 2. There you go. Andrasana C. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Good for you. And then counter twist. How many days you been practicing yoga? 2nd week. Good for you. And then extend the right leg out in front of you. See, some people do this. They come to the mat and they're enlightened already. They don't need it. They don't need, I don't know. Bend the left knee. Bring the left heel back. Then move the left foot over a little bit to the left. So you have a space for your left shoulder. Then lift your left arm up alongside your left ear. Then reach forward. Bring your left shoulder in front of your left leg. Then reach. Get your kneecap all the way into your left armpit. Then rotate your shoulder and bring your left hand behind you. Then bring the right hand behind you. Then flex. And then lift the head and chest and exhale, fold forward. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Here again, you can hold onto your t-shirt. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale. Lift the head and chest up. Release the bind. Now heel toe your left foot all the way to the right as much as you can. Lift your right arm up. Now, twist over to the left. Now, with your right arm, you're going to move the left knee over to the right. You're going to reach forward and make a space. But then we're going to rotate at the shoulder and rotate at the elbow and bring the hand behind you. You got it. Now, bring your right hand behind you. Good for you. Good for you. You got it. You got it. It's intense in the shoulder, I know. I got you. Now, flex your right foot. Good, and lift up. Look over there. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. That's good. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good for you. Inhale, come back to center. Then exhale, counter twist. Inhale, come back to center and then extend. So that rotation of the shoulder is weird. Because see, what happens is all your yoga teachers are always saying to you, roll your shoulders back and down away from your ears. Do this. And it's all that. And then you come into that particular bind, and it's actually a reaching forward and bringing the shoulder all the way up by the ear. It's right the opposite. So you can't give cues that make it seem like there's only one way into something, because the body does multiple things, right? It does this and it does that. And sometimes this is useful and sometimes that's useful. But so you have to understand both of them. Bend the knees, place the heels where your knees were, feet apart, hands behind you, little tabletop. Again, And then inhale, lift the hips up, but this time come into breath of fire, making short, equal inhales and exhales through the nose, like a puppy dog sniffing. This is also called billows breath sometimes. And then slow down the breath of fire, gently come down, and open up the knees. Bring the feet together, pull the heels a little closer to the pubic bone. Use the thumbs like you're opening up a book. Open up the soles of the feet. Bring the elbows into the thigh crease, or if you're short arm like I am, maybe your elbows are going to be on your shin bones. That's okay. But then use your upper body to open the hips by pushing outward with the shoulders and the humerus. And then exhale, fold forward and bring the navel onto the heel. So imagine you're going forward instead of rounding like a clamshell. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good, everybody. Inhale, lift all the way up. And just bring the hands outside of the knees. Lift the knees up. Cross the right ankle over the left, or the left ankle over the right. It doesn't matter. And then place the hands on the floor just slightly in front of your hips. Lift your hips up. Step back to a plank. You can jump back if you want to, but you can also just step back. And then bend the elbows, lower all the way down onto your abdomen. Now, you're not going to do that. We're going to set you up with these bolsters. Okay? Come up off of your mat. Lay down with your belly in between the bolsters so you're not laying on the baby. Okay. Now, from here, squeeze the legs together. Forehead comes to the floor. Clasp the hands together in a fist behind you. And then inhale, lift the head, chest, legs, and arms, and lift the hands away from the sacrum. Or you don't have to come into the bind, but if you want to come into the bind. But do try to bring your toes to touch, guys, so that you're not putting everything into your lower back. When your legs come together, you're actually activating the quads and the quadriceps. If your legs are apart, your biggest muscles, quads and glutes, are relaxed, and it's all in your lower back. I know some people tell you to do that, but I say don't do that. It's different idea. Exhale, 3. Amy, extend through your knee joint a little bit. 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down. Good. Yeah, glutes and quads, they're actually to protect your lower back. So you got to activate the glutes and the quads. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. Pull the navel toward the spine, shifting the weight forward from the pubic bone onto the navel. Then inhale, kick the feet into the hands. And as you kick the feet into the hands, imagine that there's a rubber band between your big toes and your knees. And instead of letting the knees and the big toes fly out to the outer walls, imagine that rubber band is kind of trying to pull them in as you kick back, so it only lets you go so far. Doesn't let you go as far as you want. And lift a little higher, and then exhale, gently come down. Good. Second time, bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. Same idea. Maybe these little rubber bands. You've seen those little fitness rubber things that people wrap around? That kind of tension between your ankles, big toes, and knees and thighs. Kick the feet into the hands, lift up. So it's not just all going this out to the side. That energy is staying kind of contained within the linear lines of the joints. And lift a little higher, and then come down. Relax. Good. Bring the hands by the chest, elbows close to the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, point the toes, slide through the hands, cobra. And exhale, come down, lay onto the back, and roll over. All right. Bend the knees, tickle the heels with the fingertips, feet hips width distance apart, parallel. Inhale, lift the hips, the lower, the middle back, clasp the hands together in a fist underneath you. Half bridge. Holding onto the yoga mat is fine, holding onto the ankles is fine. With the knees and the thighs, imagine that rubber band is still around the knees and the thighs, and then that way the knees aren't kind of flying out to the side. They're kind of pulling or pushing against that rubber band around your thighs. That just keeps things energized. Then from here, release the hands, come down the middle back, the lower back, and the hips. From here, you can stay in this half bridge. You can even come into a supported half bridge if you have a block. If you're moving into upward bow, Urva Dhanyarasana, place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling. Now, let's call it a little different today, okay? So first, keep your buttocks and your hips down. Lift your chest and come onto the top of the head, like knees, chest, chin, except your buttocks is down. And then get your elbows a little closer together, okay? Now, this is causing you to lead with your heart instead of your hips. Press into your hands and lift all the way up, extending the arms, and notice how that makes you move from your chest more than you're thrusting your hips into the air. It's just a different way of coming into it and experiencing it. And breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Come down. Inhale. Let's go over here. Exhale, bring the chin into the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Now, lay your head in between the blocks. And then wrap your fingers around the bottom edge. Okay? And you're going to push up into the wall. Okay? Second time, place the hands next to the head on the inhale. See if you can lift up leading with your chest instead of your hips. Good. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Lift up. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Extend through your arms. Elbows in. Exhale, 4. There you go. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin into the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. So as soon as you let your elbows go out, you have no strength in your shoulders. So you got to bring your elbows in. And it's just that you're very flexible in your shoulder joint. That's why you're able to go out that far, but you can't lift up. So keep your elbows like that. Last time, place the hands next to the head. Press into the hands, press into the feet, lift all the way up. Exhale, 1, good breath. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin into the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. All right. Now, here, you know what I said about practice makes perfect and everything? One more. Place the hands by your head. Elbows toward the ceiling. Fingertips toward the shoulders. Inhale, lift up one more time. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good, everybody. Bring the chin in the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Now bend the knees into the chest. Give the knees a hug. Good for you. Good for you. You can make small circles on the sacrum, rocking left to right, right to left. Little happy baby. bending the knees to the side of the chest, opening up the knees apart. Good, everybody. It's nice to see a full room finally. Whew. And then bring the knees over to the left, extend the right arm out, gaze over the right shoulder, a little twist. Then bring the knees back to center. Then bring the knees over to the right, extend the left arm out, gaze over the left shoulder. Then come back to center and bend the knees into the chest. Then place the feet on the floor and open up the knees to the side. Now from here you can stay in Supta Baddha Konasana if you're not coming into inversions tonight. If you wish to experience shoulder stand, Salumba Saravangasana, lift the knees up, extend the legs, bring the toes overhead, clasp the hands together in a fist behind you, place the hands on the back, bend the knees, lift the knees up to the sky, extend the legs. If you have your own props and you'd like to set yourself up with props, you can do that. If you're at the wall, you can also come into Viparina Karani. If you're in the middle of the room and you'd like to come to the wall, there's this little space up here by the door. See, now you know why I don't let people take this space over. I try to keep everybody, I try to keep that little option open in case somebody needs a little wall as a prop. So that's perfectly fine. Good. Now from Halasana, you're going to put your hands on your back. And then you're going to lift your legs up. So when we think about, the tradition of yoga, I'm one of those kind of history nerds. Like, I love history. Like, I really, Cicero, the Roman historian, once said that if you don't know what happened before you were a baby, you will stay infant the rest of your life. Very wise words. I believe that. I believe that we should, all know more about history, but the truth is we can't relive the past, right? So, you can't practice yoga like people did 4,000 or 5,000 years ago. You can honor the traditions, you can understand the traditions, but the practice is actually going to shift and change. Yoga is the only spiritual tradition that I know of that agrees that if you have an insight and you start teaching it, and people start to follow it and it's accepted over time, that it's accepted as a new revelation, a new understanding. That the tradition, like anything, any kind of knowledge can grow and expand. That's fascinating. It means that yoga's not a museum piece, right? It means that it's not stagnant, like a pond that doesn't get fresh water. Yoga always is a pond that's getting fresh water. It doesn't build up that pond muck on the top. If you're in shoulder stand, bring the toes overhead, let the toes touch the floor behind the head, clasp the hands together in a fist, extend the arms, Halasana. So that means that, things shift around, things move around. Sadhanas and practices, they don't disappear, but they may go away for a while because they're not really powerful anymore. Bend the knees, bring the knees alongside the ears, reach back, hold on the back of the knees. One example of that is the original yogis, they did this thing called the yug. This huge fire ceremony that would go on for days, and priests would chant, and they would actually sacrifice horses. The original yugs, there were huge horse sacrifices. Place hands onto the floor and slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time, coming down. Extend the legs, turn the palms to face upward, press into the elbows, puff up the chest, come onto the top of the head. And at some point in history, everybody decided that the yug was not the way to practice yoga anymore. They stopped sacrificing horses, and they stopped having these huge, massive, expensive rituals. And it kind of led us to the Upanishad period, where it was more like teachers and students talking and communicating with each other one-on-one, and students asking questions. It led into what we have today. Press into the elbows, bring the chin in the chest and gently come down. Bend the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around the shins, roll over to the left, and come into a child's seat, preparing for a little brief headstand practice, Salumba Saravangasana. If you are at the wall, I don't mind if you use the wall. If you want to use the wall, here again, there's that little space over there between Beth and the door that's open. From child's seat, interlace the fingers together, elbows a little closer, walk the feet, lift the knees up, walk the feet forward. Then lift the knees up, extend the legs, coming into the full headstand, or stop at any point. So after the Upanishad period, we kind of go into this period of the Buddha. And when we talk about, when people sometimes go, where does the idea of gurus come from? Like these teachers that everybody's buzzing around like a beehive. It comes from the Buddha. Before Buddha, there were no gurus like that, where people kind of clustered around them and followed them for a lifetime. And that was the Buddha. That was the Buddhist tradition. So we still have leftover remnants of that. And then after the Buddhist period, we moved into the Puranic period, which is the mythological stories of Shiva, of Vishnu. And we still tell those stories today, right? And after that period came a period that was bend the knee, and now lift the leg up. Don't lift this one up, lift the other one up. There. Called the Tantric period. Now, Tantra was probably a householder's practice and a very folk kind of ritualism. But more people started practicing it. If you've ever gone to a puja, that's tantric. Tonight, the asana practice you're practicing is a tantric practice. Vedic period, people did not practice asana. We don't see asana on a temple wall until about the 9th century. It's the first time we see an asana on a temple wall. And it's of this crazy sadhu with his foot behind his head. God loved the ones that can put the foot behind the head. And then just gently come down and rest in a child seat. And why does all that matter? It matters because you see that, you're practicing a blend of all of these, of 5,000 years of yoga. That there's no one pin you can put on the map and say, this is what I'm practicing. The tradition of bhakti, actually bhakti yoga doesn't come into existence until the medieval period in Europe. That is the first time we see the word bhakti. And it's in reference to Shiva, not Krishna. Very interesting. Gently come, lay down on the back. Allow the breath to breathe the body. And it's nice if everybody's energy is moving in the same direction. So maybe you have everybody's head going toward the wall where I was sitting and the feet toward the wall where the exit door is. Once you've found your seat laying down, allow the breath to just breathe the body. No restriction at the back of the throat. And allow Mula Bandha to relax, so the pelvic floor relax. And scan your body and notice any tension that you're holding or grasping onto. Maybe it's your jaw, maybe it's your tongue, maybe it's between your eyebrows or the fist, the shoulders. Consciously tell your body to relax. And allow your body just to melt into the earth. And as you deepen the breath, begin to make small movements with the fingers and the toes. Stretch the arms overhead. And stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. And bend the knees into the chest, wrap the arms around the shins, and gently roll over to the right side. And keeping the eyes closed, just gently press the left palm into the floor in front of you and lift the torso up and come up to a seated position for a very brief meditation practice. Once you've found your seat, commit. And I'm going to offer you a mudra for your meditation. So place the dominant hand in the submissive hand with the both palms facing upward. And then allow the thumbs to touch, making a little circle in the middle of your upper palms with the thumbs. This is called Anant, or endless mudra. And then focus the mind and become aware of the sound of Om. Maybe you hear it first in the tambura, but allow that sound of Om to move from the outward world to the inward world. And draw the senses inward. Allow the breath to deepen. Allow it to be yogic breath instead of ujjayi breath. There doesn't have to be a restriction at the back of the throat, but there should be a consciousness of the breath. Patanjali tells us that one of the stages to meditation is pranayama. So inhale to the sound of Om. And as you exhale, allow the exhale to match that internal sound of Om. Inhale the sound of Om. Exhale the sound of Om. Inhaling the sound of Om. Exhaling the sound of Om. And continue that on your own without making a noise with the vocal cords. Allow it to just be internalized instead of externalized. Inhale the sound of Om. Exhale the sound of Om. Become receptive to that cosmic energy of Om. Allowing that internal vibration to move within you and away from you with every inhale and exhale. Offer your gratitude to God Supreme. Offer your gratitude to the rishis and the saints and the teachers who have brought us these practices, these sadhanas. Gently start to come back. Inhale deeply. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Bringing the hands together in prayer and bowing the head slightly. Bowing down to the brilliance of all of God's living creatures. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all for being here tonight. Have a beautiful rest of your evening. And I will see you hopefully again very, very soon. I'll be teaching Friday morning, then Saturday, I guess. I think that's what my schedule is. They just tell me when to show up and I show up. Thank you. It's good seeing you.